Hi everyone, my name is Jasmine McCoy and welcome to my channel. If you are a returner, it's nice to see you again. If you are new here, you can like and subscribe. That way you can join our family that we have here. This video is going to be about my thoughts as a first-time voter in the 2020 presidential election. There's a lot to talk about. So to begin with, I'm just going to talk about the presidential elections that I can remember and how they impacted me. The first election that I can actively remember is the 2008 election, where President Barack Obama won, first black man to be president. That was amazing. So I remember it being a time of celebration, especially within the black community, and having that piece of representation at such a high scale federal level. And then he wins for a second time in 2012. Again, even more celebration. In 2016, I am now starting to gain an understanding of what politics is and why it's important. It's not just something adults do, it's something that I eventually will do when I become an adult. That was the presidential election that would precede the election that I actually get to vote in, the 2020 election. So I thought, let me actually care and be invested, stay up to date on what it is that's happening in that election, since that was like my tutorial on what was gonna happen. In that election, I was excited because Hillary Clinton was running. It would have been amazing to see a woman be president. But the American people spoke, and according to our electoral college, we're not there yet. And we got President Donald Trump. So that was something that, especially as a young woman, was not something I wanted to see, considering the comments that he has made about women, and then on top of that, about immigrants, about people of color, about people with disabilities. There were just so many things in that. So now it's 2020, and I will actually be able to exercise my right to vote. And I am very ready to exercise that civic duty. It's something that I have been waiting for, and I really, really want to make sure that it ends up the way that I want it to end up. I know that I will be voting for Joe Biden and Senator Kamala Harris. I want to be an informed voter. So I went and I watched the presidential debate, and that was almost like watching a elementary schoolyard fight. So there were just so many things. The moderating, the interrupting, the yelling, it was all so childish. It really makes you wonder how the rest of the world sees the United States after that presidential debate. But they talked about some important things. They made sure to talk about the coronavirus and how could they not, when 210,000 American lives have been lost to that, at least at the time of filming this. Hopefully it doesn't go up too much after this. They also talked about the economy. They talked about the empty seat on the Supreme Court, and that means a whole lot because literally there's just 9 of them and they serve for life. And after the death of Ruth Bader Ginsburg, you would hope that they honor her memory and the things that she wanted to happen after that with regards to filling her seat. A week later after that, we get to the vice presidential debate between Senator Kamala Harris and Vice President Mike Pence. I was especially invested in this one because Senator Kamala Harris is a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, the same sorority that I am a part of, but she stands on her own, she has her own merits, and she definitely deserves this. I was asked if I would be okay with talking about why it's important for me seeing a black woman be the vice presidential pick of the Democratic Party. And that was done by me as an individual, not me speaking for Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. I jumped at the opportunity to do that. So I filmed a little video, and they included it in their national pre-debate event. So I had a little 5 seconds of helping the Biden-Harris campaign, and I was so excited. I was like, yes. So that's the video I'm about to play now.
Divine Nine, take it away. Right now, we're in such a historic time, with the first Black woman and first woman of color on the ticket. As a member of the D9, Senator Kamala Harris is paving the way for other young Black women, such as myself, to stand on her shoulders, just like she stands on the shoulders of giants such as Shirley Chisholm.
I think it speaks to how competent and incredible the individual Kamala is. As a Howard University alum and a member of the D9 family, she's an inspiration, a testament of how hard work and perseverance will take you as far as you want it to in life.
I'm voting Biden-Harris because the future of our country depends on understanding the value of effective policy, real conversations, true leadership, and intentional change.
For me, seeing a Black woman as the vice presidential pick of the Democratic Party is a major leap of progress. It's women's empowerment, it's representation, and it's breaking down barriers to preconceived notions of what a leader looks like.
This November, I will socially distance, wear a mask, and stand in line as I prepare to make my vote for Vice President Biden and Senator Kamala Harris.
So we watched that on my computer. It's filmed from my mom's phone. And I was like, yes, that's me. Anyway, after that, we actually get to the real debate. And you could tell that the campaigns had their own talking to of like, we need to be civil. We need to be upstanding politicians in this next debate. We cannot have the entire thing descend into yelling, finger pointing, and like mudslinging on international really, TV. We can't have that happen. So the vice presidential debate was a lot more, I believe, informative for people who were watching, so you could get an idea of what was going on. And also, it's literally the day of, and there are so many memes for the fly that landed in Mike Pence's hair. He can't change that. He couldn't do anything about it because, like, you're not gonna feel a little fly land on your hair. Or even if he did, he can't, like, any of that on national TV. Then there would be more memes about that. But it's really sad seeing that had to happen to him, because it could have been either one of them and there would still be memes about it. But the thing that I will say is, after watching the vice presidential debate, there were the pundits talking about how they felt it went, who they felt won the debate. And one of the points that was mentioned was how Senator Kamala Harris kept smiling, how she, even when she wasn't talking, she would be smiling at Mike Pence as he is talking, explaining whatever it is that he is for his answer. Like, then they started talking about the implications of what it means to be a Black woman debating a white man, and how there's this fine line that needs to be walked of being assertive but not being an angry Black woman, because that is something that definitely exists. And then there was a white man that tried to say, like, oh no, that doesn't exist. Like, you're not a Black woman. You literally can never experience being labeled an angry Black woman. Anyway, the one thing that I do have to say I really, really, like, it just made me, it made me like stand up, sit down, hallelujah, was when she was interrupted, Senator Kamala Harris would say, I'm speaking, I'm talking. And that's something that I feel women need to do more of, because a lot of times men can just steamroll through conversations. Not all men are like that. Sometimes you just have something that you really want to say and you can't wait. But other times people will steamroll. I myself have had to say I wasn't done yet, and then continue with what it was that I was saying, because I have opinions too, and I would like to get mine out before you start talking about yours. The vice presidential debate was definitely more useful than the presidential debate, and that is a weird thing to say. But I am excited. I am looking forward to the 2020 election. I am going to be casting my vote. You also should cast your vote if you're eligible, because it's not something that you can just like oh, I don't need to vote. Like, if you care about your future, you will make your voice heard. Otherwise, when the time comes and the election is over, you literally have nothing to say. You can't say, we did it, but you also can't say, oh, why didn't people do this? Because you're one of those people. So get out, vote, very important, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.